Much better. Good afternoon, y'all. This is uh this is my video. This is my video journal. Uh, this is my video journal for today. Today's date is December the 24th, 2022. So two things. Number one is it's Christmas Eve, so it's a happy time. But at the same time, it's a little bit of a somber time. It's a little bit of a somber time. It's a little bit of a somber time because not only is it Christmas Eve, but today is also me and Keela's anniversary. It's me and Keela's 24 year anniversary. We've been together 25 years. We've been together 25 years. It was 24 of them years we've been married. Why is it a somber time? Why is it a little bit of a somber time? It's a somber time because even though me and Keela are in the same house and things like that, we're not together. Keela had asked me for a divorce. I want to say about a month or so ago. But yet we still in the same house. She didn't leave, I didn't leave. But she don't want to be married no more. She don't want to be with me no more. So instead, I usually look forward to this time of year because if nothing, it's my anniversary, and this is the day that I usually look forward to just because of that. You know what I'm saying? I always like celebrating my anniversary somehow, some way. You know, we might buy her a gift. We might go out. You know what I mean? We might go to dinner. We might go to a show. Something like that. We might even went to a hotel for a night. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, my anniversary to me was probably more special than Christmas. Keela don't like Christmas. I don't know, man. I've always liked Christmas. I don't really like the commercialism, and things like that of Christmas. But I like being able to celebrate Christmas. And also, at the end of the day, Christmas is not necessarily for me. Christmas is not necessarily for me. It's for my kids. As a kid, I loved Christmas. As I got older, like even though I was told, no, I'm not getting a gift, or I'm not getting whatever gift I want, and things like that, I've always loved Christmas. I always said too that I wasn't gonna do that. I was like when it came down to Christmas and things like that I wasn't gonna tell my kids no. I wanted to give my kids whatever the hell they wanted for Christmas. Cause why not? And at the same time, my kids get gifts. My kids get gifts all the time. Smoking CBD CBD cigarette early in the afternoon. Smoking a CBD cigarette early in the afternoon with my coffee. Thinking about going up ahead and making breakfast, or rather find something to make for lunch. Because technically here on the West Coast, it is lunchtime now. Because I probably just got, I think I just got up maybe an hour ago. I got up to some, when I woke up, I got up to some very pleasant Facebook Messenger messages. I appreciate that. Sometimes I love that unexpected shit. So I appreciate all the Christmas hugs and whatnot. I appreciate all the Christmas hugs. Those hugs are coming right back at you, for real. I appreciate them all. I appreciate you. But some time ago, Keela had suggested to me that we go to marriage counseling. And I rejected it. I rejected marriage counseling. Now, the reason why I rejected marriage counseling, because I was always told that if you go to counseling or therapy and things like that, then you're weak. You got to go to therapy, you got to go to counseling and things like that. You can't handle real life. You're weak. So I rejected it.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you. And in the black community, especially for black men, being weak is a no-no. We can't be weak. We have to be strong. So, making myself feel strong. Making myself feel strong and goddamn pride at the end of the day. Feeling like that, and it makes you weak. I discovered now that you're actually weak for not getting assistance. See, I realize now this year that therapy is not a bad thing. Therapy is not a bad thing. And once again, not everybody needs it. Not everybody needs therapy. Some people do. Some people need therapy, some don't. It's easier for women. It's not as easy for men to do therapy or counseling, things like that. Why? It's because of that whole not wanting to appear weak. It's all because of that whole thing that a lot of us men learned as kids. The old, a man ain't supposed to cry theory. We've been taught this by some of everybody. Women, mamas, teachers, pastors. But lately, a lot of people have been saying that it's a lot of people that don't say a man ain't supposed to cry. But what they do is they tell you to pray about it. I almost feel like that whole praying about it thing, is almost like a cop out. Because you got all the same senses and abilities that God got. So whatever God can do, you can do. at the same time, yeah, if God can do it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? You got the you got the same abilities that God got. And one of my problems was suffering in, I guess you call it suffering in silence. Just being silent, not voicing what I'm going through, not voicing what I'm thinking about, not voicing what I'm feeling. You dig? And just thug it out. Thug it out. Deal with it. You've been told so long, be a man, quit whining, stop bitching, stop being a girl. And a man ain't supposed to cry. So because of being told that for so many years, you end up developing that. You end up that shit end up sticking with you, because especially for a black man, the last thing we want to do is to appear weak to anybody. How you doing? All right. Last thing we want to do is appear weak. But at the same time, it seems like the stronger you work, the stronger you look, it's just a look. Because the inside of you will end up coming out. And you end up revealing how you really feel about a situation, one way or another. Sometimes if you can't voice it, your body will voice it for you. Now, why did it take me 25 years? Why did it take me 25 years to realize that now? At first, I wasn't looking for it. I was just trying to thug it out. Just trying to just deal with it, get over it. As a result, there wasn't a whole lot of communication. Then we go into this last thing, we get behind on the rent. We ain't never had to pay so much money on rent before, so it's more than what we've ever paid. We got behind. And Keela, she asked me for a divorce, because what ended up happening was she lost her job. How we got behind? She lost her job first. She lost her job, and then because me and Anisha is on the lease, we didn't pick up the pieces. My health, you know what I'm saying, with my kidneys and my legs and whatnot. It was so much thugging it out as far as that go that I could do. Because I happen to be one of the type of people where I'm like, if your body talking to you, you listen. I listen to my body. And my body told me to sit your ass down some goddamn well. So that's exactly what I did. But as a result, he ended up not bringing no money, or not much money, in the house. So we could do little simple things like pay rent. Now, as a result, because of so much money being owed and things like that, I got to file bankruptcy. And that's okay. I'll file that. It's another CBD cigarette. I'll do that. Whew, boy. You know what I'm saying? Unresolved issues. Jumping back on that. Unresolved issues is unresolved issues because these are issues that can't be resolved. You can't resolve any unresolved issues by simply buying a gift or taking a person out for dancing, dinner, movies, things like that, and buying them a gift or making love to them. Those are some things that you can actually do, but unfortunately, all those things do not resolve unresolved issues. What does possibly resolve them is you have to talk about them. Any unresolved issue that you and your mate have, you have to talk about it. You and her, possibly with a therapist, if need be. But even before you even get to that therapist part, both of y'all have to talk. A lot of marriages nowadays, I want to say probably in the past 10, maybe 10, 20 years, have just ended. Not because of motherfucker cheating, but they end for one of two reasons. One, lack of finances, or two, lack of communication. Lack of communication and compassion, things like that. I know too many people who I know too many couples that done got divorced, good couples. I know too many people that done got divorced, not due to money, not due to cheating, due to communication. You and your mate have to sit down and talk about whatever unresolved issue you have. And on top of that, whatever unresolved, you might be the person to sit there and ask, why did you do this? Why did you do that? And then that person tells you why they did, why they didn't. Or they might even say they don't know. They may honestly don't know. But a lot of times people ask the question, why did you do this? Why did you do that? What were you thinking about? And then they don't accept the answer. How do you combat that? You really can't. Only thing that you can do when you get asked that question is be honest. Be honest about your answer. Be honest, right? And if he or she accepts that answer, cool. If not, it has to be cool. Because either way, you asked me a question and I answered it. Whether you accept the answer or not is on you. A lot of shit that I did, some of it I don't know why. But most of it I do. And the answer to the question why, really? Pride. Not wanting to appear weak. But sometimes not wanting to appear weak can make you appear to be a straight asshole. Not wanting to appear weak can make you appear to be an asshole. And I do admit that it was a few times where I was pretty assholish about why I did some things. For example, Nisha is now 20 years old. She's going to be 21 in February. Me and Keela, we was into it quite a bit. But now I understand too that it was her hormones. I forgot. I forgot about Keela's hormones. Her hormones was overreactive. But I forgot to think about that, taking into consideration that, okay, her hormones is bugging. Her hormones is bugging, that's why she bugging. Let me do what I need to do, right? Like, be there for her, comfort her, let her know it's gonna be okay. Let her know that I got her. At the same time, now, think about it now, I didn't make those mistakes with Journey, when you was pregnant with Journey. The way I was when you was pregnant with Nisha was not the way I was when you was pregnant with Journey. Regardless of what, that was over a decade ago. That was over 8 years. It was it was over 5 years ago. So by now, we should have talked about it. We should have. A lot of shit I just wish I wouldn't have known years later that you had an issue. These are things that I should have known about right then and now. And to be totally honest, even if I did know at that time that this was going on and whatnot, I probably wouldn't have been able to receive it. I probably wouldn't have been able to receive it, and I would just looked at it as you nagging. You nagging, stop bitching at me. I'm not your child, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, now I see that, this is the issue that you had. I'm sorry that I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry that I tuned you out. I'm sorry. I really am. I was tripping. I was stupid. I didn't know then what I know now. And I wasn't trying to know. I didn't think how you felt. I didn't think about how you was feeling. All I thought about was myself. I was being selfish. I was being selfish. So, when it comes down to unresolved issues, the only way that they can be resolved, especially right about now, there's some shit from years ago, is like I say, you talk about it amongst each other, with a therapist even, but you talk about it. You ain't gonna never necessarily get over it like that. But what you will be able to do is come to terms with it. You'll be able to come to terms with it and make sure that nothing like that happens again. That's the only way. The only way, you gotta talk. You gotta talk. So as of now, changes I made with myself is because I wanted to not necessarily win Keela back, right? But because I realize now that I'm 50 years old, I gotta do something. Because what I've been doing these past 20, 30 years ain't been working. So now I'm talking. Now I'm talking, even if I can't talk To her, in this place now. I'm talking to my video journal, my blog, my vlog, and I know it's somebody out there probably going through the same thing I'm going through. This is what I went through, and this is shit that you shouldn't have to go through. So if you love your mate, if you love her, you respect her, you got to talk to her before you end up in the place where I am. You got to come to terms with your past. You got to come to terms with your past, and you can't stay in the past. If you stay in your past, you're not going to have a future. You stay in the past, you can't see the future. You stay in the past, you're not going to look to the future. Right about now, I ain't going to front with you. Without my wife, without my family, I'm just a shell. I'm just a shell. I just want to die. I really just want to die. Because without my wife, without my family, I'm nothing. Without my wife, without my family, I'm nothing. I never loved any woman. I never loved any woman besides my mama and my daughters. I got 3 of them. I've never loved any woman other than them more than I love my wife. I don't want to lose them. I still don't. I guess eventually I'm going to have to come to terms with the fact that she and I ain't going to be together no more, but at this point, I don't want to. I want my wife. I want my wife. I don't know what I'm going to do other than what I'm doing right now. Y'all enjoy your holiday.